Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I want to ask you something. Do you look at this? This is a field and this is a park. It's a beautiful summer here in Toronto, and well, I'm trying to relax, chill, and breathe some fresh air. Just outdoors. So there's something I've asked myself so many times. In fact, this is something that I've thought about so many times. Guys, do you know that one day you're gonna be dead? And people are gonna forget you. I've thought about all the friends I've lost. I'm not so old, I'm just 30 years old. But I've thought about all the friends I lost. I mean, they existed and then they died. It just feels like yesterday when I spent time with them, but right now they are dead people. They have tombstones in the cemetery. You can never trace them anywhere. So I guess you should ask yourself, are you living life to the fullest? I mean, there's so many people who are going to die, including me, myself, you watching this video, and one day we're not going to exist. We shall not exist. People will talk about us like they are talking about history. Just like you wake up and study about Napoleon. Napoleon was once a human being who walked around France, who was once a kid. Adolf Hitler, but they died. That means all of us are going to die. I'm here to remind you that please live your life to the fullest. Love to the maximum, but don't get exploited in the course of loving someone. If you feel someone is not giving you happiness, or if you go somewhere and you don't feel happy, just walk away. Why? Because life is short and one day we shall be dead. Just be happy. If there's anything that makes you happy, do it. I'm not saying you should go and do drugs. No, that's not something I'm talking about that you should do and be happy. No. But positive things that bring happiness to people's lives, make use of them. Because one day we are not going to exist. Just like you see me seated in this park, one day I'm not going to be seated here. The park is empty. There are just a few people, 1 or 2 people, 3, 4, walking around. But I'm here to remind you that 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 100 years ago, there were people who walked in this park and they died. They don't exist anymore. So that's his life. Such is life. Live life to the fullest. Be happy, because you never know when you're not going to wake up. Everybody has that one day they're not going to wake up. You cannot run away from it. It's coming. It may come 50 years from now. It may come 100 years from now, but it's gonna come. There's that day when you're not going to wake up. Everyone will be gathered around you just to see you for the last time. They'll cry, and then they'll put you 6 feet below the ground. After putting you in the cemetery, they'll walk away. And that will be the end of you. And life will move on. Many of you are fighting hard to make sure that you give your kids the best. Yes, give them the best. But in the course of working hard, don't forget yourself. There's so many of you doing 9 to 5. In fact, it's no longer 9 to 5. There are people who are doing overshift. Like someone is going to work from morning to morning. They don't have time for themselves at all. All they think of is, let me work for my kids. It's not bad, but in the course of working for your kids, you may lose yourself. You may lose yourself and forget to live. Please don't forget to live, because that's all you got. You don't know when you're not gonna wake up, because that day is coming. I saw a video of young boys. It was around 1960s there. Young boys on the streets of England. They were walking around and they took them a video. I mean, these boys were once young, but you may find out that right now they are not existing at all. So just like you and me, we're going to be young and then grow old and then we die. That's how life is. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to die. Sometimes I feel like I wish there was a way to control the earth and you're like, me, I don't want to die, and you don't die. You live forever. I wish it was possible, but unfortunately it's not. And we all gonna die. So don't forget that as you live your life, remember that we're all gonna die. So live it to the fullest.